When you have above average results, the most common question that you're going to get is how? How? Everybody wants the shortcut. Everybody wants to know the easy way to do it. But it comes down to one thing, a person's capability of learning. Now, everybody has the same opportunities in terms of being able to grow and being able to develop. When you have above average results, the most common question that you're going to get is how. Everybody wants the shortcut. Everybody wants the easy way. But honestly, it comes down to a person's capability or level of learning, because people's capability of learning is very different. Now, everybody is born and has unlimited potential to become whatever in the world they're trying to do, or to do whatever in the world they're trying to do. But a person's capability of learning varies depending on who you're talking to. So if you're having a conversation with somebody and they feel like they know it all, their capability of learning is a zero compared to somebody that you're in conversation and they're open, they're receptive to what you're saying. So that's what I mean by a person's capability of learning. You need to be able to assess if somebody is closed-minded, if somebody does not have a growth mindset, they have a zero capability of learning. A growth mindset is somebody that believes that we are here to continuously grow. We are here to continuously get better and better and better. If there's one thing I know, is that I know nothing. I know a fraction of a fraction of a fraction of all the knowledge that there is, right? It's like, for example, if I'm talking to a scientist, I don't have a science degree and I don't have any background in science, right? So when they're talking about science, I am going to be more receptive to what they're saying, and that's that. But again, it comes down to the capability of learning. And if somebody does not have a growth mindset, that is somebody that is stuck. And that doesn't mean that they can't be unstuck. If you are somebody that maybe has lacked that aspect, that's something that you can get yourself out of. But it comes down to a personal shift. If you do not make an internal shift into developing a growth mindset, then you're just continuously going to remain to feel stuck. Because a growth mindset is somebody that can look at a moment, can look at maybe a bad time that they're going through, but they can realize that it's an opportunity. Because with every single bad time, with every single adversity, you also have an opportunity to get better, to become better. And when you adopt that growth mindset is when you really start going into that. Because listen, otherwise you're just stuck. A lot of people feel stuck. A lot of people are waiting for the government to save them. Like right now, over here in the States, people are so consumed about elections. Now, don't get me wrong, the election is very important, and you should absolutely go and vote if you feel like voting for the person that you are trying to support. But outside of that, once you vote, that's it. It's not in your control. You got to go back to focusing on what matters. And what matters is you doing the work. You doing the work that you might be avoiding. You doing the work that you might be just procrastinating on. So that's what it comes down to. A lot of people are just overly consumed. Sorry, let me repeat that. A lot of people are just overly consumed by the media and overly consumed by thinking that something or somebody else is going to save them. Nobody's going to save you. The only thing that's going to save you is you taking action. You doing the things that you might already know that you're procrastinating on. And if you don't have results that you know that you like, and if you don't know what actions to take, that's why you invest into a mentor. Because a mentor can have a third party, can have an outsider's perspective on what you're doing. And they can be like, hey, you should move X, Y, and Z to point 3 and then 4. But you might not be able to see it. That's why it's so important to invest into a mentor. Now, again, maybe you don't have the resources to do that. Then the mentors are already found in the books. There's so many great books. I mentioned so many right now off the top of my head. Start with 5 a.m. Club. That's something that one of my clients is currently reading, and it's just, when I first read it, it changed my world. It's doing the same for them. So again, guys, listen. The capability of learning is super, super important. If somebody is stubborn, if somebody has a big ego, their capability of learning is zero. You want to avoid being that person at all costs. Let's get it. It's go time.